There's too many homeless people in Springfield.
Are these people immigrants?
No, they're just like you and me, like white people. They're
Got a lot of immigrants coming over, taking over our country.
When I was fighting out in the Persian Gulf, I fought as an American citizen, as an American sailor. But today I can be viewed as an Haitian immigrant. I'm tired of this, Mr. Mayor.
I am here as the local representative for the J.D. Vance office. The senator is open to making up a new conspiracy theory.
Thank you. I'm also here from the J.D. Vance campaign. We have prepared a statement. We mean no disrespect to the hardworking people of Haitian. I'm in Springfield, Ohio, another American city destroyed by immigration. Wait, are you panning? Don't pan. Just stay in this shitty building. Yeah, the shitty building. Yeah, go. Yeah, look at that. No ducks. Leftists will say that Springfield is unlivable, not because of immigrants, but because it's in Ohio. I decided to see for myself. This great town used to have magicians, jugglers, kangaroo boxers, and women horny for the sun. But then something happened. People moved here from somewhere else. With no other choice, I spoke with someone that chose to live in Ohio.
What's it like living in Springfield?
What's it like?
Yeah.
Right now, it's like every day is so exciting. So much change. We need to get ready for tomorrow. At Springfield shows?
Yeah.
In the last month or so since it's been in
Oh, in the
use.
last month or so.
Yeah.
I hadn't really noticed. Yes, it changed. Yes, it has.
Okay.
Every month in Springfield now is just, you don't know what's going on from month to month. It's always something exciting, something positive.
Well, there you have it. Chaos and anarchy rule the streets. We're going to cut around his interview, right? Okay, good.
the homeless population. Everything's out of control.
The homeless population.
Yes.
Okay.
There's too many homeless people in Springfield.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are they?
If you go out East Main towards like Kroger's on East Main, there's some pawn shops, and they're all like in that little area out there.
Okay.
There's people out there with the homeless, like tents and all that, and
Yeah, they got their own place. It's called Tent City out there.
Tent City. It's like a Skid Row type
Yeah.
of thing.
yeah, you go out this road right here, and then you go out there and you see them
Yeah.
all over the place.
Are these people immigrants?
No, they're just like you and me, like white people. They're just white people,
They're just
Haitians.
homeless.
It's all the populations, like white, black, Haitians.
It's not just immigrants.
No, it's all of like Springfield, like white people, Haitians, black people. It's just not immigrants. There's all kinds of different races out there.
What's it like living in Springfield?
It's all right. There's ups and downs, I guess. Rent's definitely gone up, but I don't know why.
You can't attribute it to Haitian people. It's just gone up.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is going up. It's probably going up every year. I mean, I don't know that they really have an impact on
We're going to edit all of this out. I mean, this is totally fucking useless. Last question. What is the craziest thing you've ever seen a white person do?
Climb an electrical tower on meth, threatening to jump off, and got lured down with a case of beer from the police.
That wasn't a Haitian?
No, you said white person. That was the craziest thing I've seen a white person do.
Okay, we're gonna dub in Haitian.
You're gonna get me canceled.
Listen, if you get canceled because of this interview, you'll get your own show on the Daily Wire.
That is
The
true.
CPAC you'll be their keynote speaker
That is
next
true.
year. What's it like living in Springfield?
It's awful these days.
What sucks about it?
We got a lot of immigrants coming over, taking over our country. Got a
Yeah.
lot of homeless.
I heard that they're paying rent and they're driving up rent prices and they're buying all the groceries in the grocery store, right?
Yes, they are.
Oh my
We
God,
need to
that's
take care of this.
terrible.
That is
They're buying groceries from the grocery store and paying rent. Holy shit!
Real story?
What's the real story?
The law is not following up with the migrants.
What do you mean the law is not following up?
How many people have you ever gotten a ticket for not having a license or driving without insurance?
Well, I mean, I haven't gotten a ticket for that.
Right, like I got one 2 weeks ago. I didn't get one. The cop was going to take my car
Yeah.
because I didn't have insurance. He made me buy it on the spot. I was here last week. I'm also a reporter. I was here last week. There was a crash down on Main and Spring, an overturned car. I read the report. They don't charge
Why would
them
the police be colluding with the immigrant population?
for profit.
How are they profiting from that?
From transporting there, getting paid from the government to transport them here. The locals are making money off the government subsidy checks that are going towards the rent.
The Democrats are behind this.
Right,
So who
right.
are, all right, so
So if the Democratic administration agreed to bring them here for the
Yeah.
large corporations to use them as labor, correct? So you're now moving human bodies across borders for profit.
yeah.
That is the definition of human trafficking. The US government is human trafficking migrants to make money. Do you believe that they're putting the American citizens first? Start following the money and you'll understand why things are happening. Do you know what this is?
It's
It's on the
yeah.
dollar bill.
Yeah. Illuminati.
See, it's also called the all-seeing eye. I wear it so people ask me about it and I can talk about the elitist and how they're all trying to control us and hold us down.
So
Well, the
yeah,
immigrants
and,
aren't
the
getting
The
insurance.
immigrants, they're driving around without insurance.
Yes. And you can see that when you look at any police report. You look at a police report of a crash accident and it'll say no insurance, no license, no charges. Like I said, I got pulled over 2 weeks ago for no insurance. The cop was going to tow my car unless I got insurance right on the spot.
Yeah.
I told that to the officer that was at the desk.
Why were you driving without insurance?
Because I'm an idiot. You know, I'm an idiot. It lapsed and I didn't realize it.
There's no record of them making them buy insurance on the spot.
Not that I can tell. The one that I was at on, what was it, Spring in Maine, the woman was there with a baby and she was just allowed to leave. She said that the report said that she went to the hospital, but it said no charges were filed. And I asked the officer about that and he goes, well, I can't really comment, but I do have to say we treat everybody the same, which I would hope is true.
We wanted the $5,000 bounty. You know what I mean? Listen, if you want to split that, I mean, listen, we could create a video. We could just do it there.
No, I don't want to make fake news. I'm all about the
Yeah,
truth.
right?
I'm
I
about
know.
the truth.
We don't want to like just manufacture something with no evidence.
So-
And
The most alarming thing that I saw, and once again, my own observation, within town limits, right, downtown, where all the migrants are mostly centrally located, there are no geese or ducks around the parks. You go to Snyder Park, which is a little bit outside. I went to a trailer park that's way outside Snyder Park. I walked down the railroad tracks for like a mile. Tons of geese out there. Around low-income Americans. So you got low-income Americans with a ton of geese, and low-income migrants with no geese.
and they have the same parks?
The different parks, but
No, but wait,
all
but-
the locals were saying that the geese were downtown, and then the migrants got here, and now they're not. The first one that I went to was because I read the actual reports of that guy that said he saw Haitians walking with ducks in their hands.
Yeah.
And I believe he said Spring, actually, that they were walking towards downtown, got in a car from Spring.
What's the name of the park?
So Snyder's over here. We're right here. Snyder Park's over here. This is where I saw the ducks and stuff.
Well, where didn't you see the ducks?
Didn't see the ducks. So we're here,
Yeah.
right in here.
What's the
Buck
name of that
Creek.
park?
Buck Creek and park names.
I asked residents of Springfield what happened with the ducks, and the responses were basically, yeah, ducks are everywhere, and sometimes they're nowhere, and they migrate. They're ducks. Like, what do you want?
I feel like if you ask them that about any other
I've
person,
I've never heard of the DMV going, oh, you know what? Give the Haitians a different test.
Yeah, me neither. But
That's but so
They-
driving wise, they could use some
Improvement?
remedial
yes,
courses.
yes, I would say so.
Sure. Is that cause to kick them out of the country?
Because a lot of people can't drive. I don't think we're gonna kick out everybody that can't drive from the country.
In my opinion, I'd say that's part of the problem people are having with the immigrants. We're getting more immigrants than what we have houses and everything to house them in. And it
Yeah.
ain't just Haitians, it's immigrants all over, but primarily people, the Haitians are the new kids on the block, so they're getting picked on.
Yeah, because that was because they come here, they're raising the rents because they're renting places.
Yeah.
And now there's not enough places to rent, so landlords they raise the rent.
Right.
And then they're buying up all the food that's in the grocery stores. So now the grocery stores are raising prices on food. It's like they're gentrifying the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I get confused because usually they talk about a crime wave and destroying the area, where usually a crime wave involves property values going down, no one's paying their rent, everyone's stealing the food. Where in this case, it's a very unique situation. People are buying the food and paying the rent, and now there's not enough, and there's a low supply, there's scarcity.
Well, part of that problem was not so much in the far past.
Yeah.
Springfield was more concerned on tearing down the old houses and everything, leaving nothing but empty lots.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So Springfield tore down a bunch of houses and didn't rebuild anything.
Right.
And now there's a housing shortage.
Yeah. And now they're trying to make up for it.
They're trying to make it seem like, oh my God, where all the houses go? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You've lived here for 60 years. So you've seen a lot. That's interesting history. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I was born in 1964, and I've lived in this town with the exception of my military time ever since then.
Oh, thank you for your service.
You're welcome. At one time here in Springfield, we had 6 junior high schools, or middle schools as they're called now. Now we're down to 3.
Yeah.
We had, well, in my lifetime, we had 2 high schools. Springfield South High, Springfield North High. Now we have 1 high school.
Yeah.
And the number of the elementary schools has dropped. So that tells me one thing. Population is getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Springfield was one of the most industrious cities in the U.S.
Yeah.
That's a proven fact.
I mean, that's a whole thing of, our labor going overseas and factories closing, and that's been it's capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism is actually hurt.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, my community would like to thank you for the wonderful job you're doing in the community. As a U.S. Armed Forces veteran, I've served in the United States Navy with honor, courage, and commitment. I was chasing the American dream. Today, I'm living the American dream. My people who've come here by different ways, by different means, they are chasing the American dream as well. When I was fighting out in the Persian Gulf, I fought as an American citizen, as an American sailor. But today I can be viewed as an Haitian immigrant. I'm tired of this, Mr. Mayor. We need to be united. We need to come together as a city. We need to come together as American to stop the nonsense. Let's move forward with the city of Springfield. Let's make it the great city that it is. Today, Mr. Mayor, we lost one of ours in a tragic accident. He wasn't at fault, but as a community, we deal with it. We know how to take it in. But my question is to the other residents of Springfield, why are you being so angry when accident happens? It happens to anyone. Today it happens to us. The ball is in our corner, and we're dealing with it. We don't complain. We don't get angry at anyone because it's an accident. Mr. Mayor, we think you're doing a wonderful job, but we also think you need to implement more programs to help us as immigrants. Some of us are lost.
Thank you.
Maximilian Clark.
I am here as the local representative for the J.D. Vance office. The senator thanks you all for your support, the same support that put him into office, and yet I am personally appalled that a Republican elected in Ohio would say that something that we made up isn't true. Do you know how that makes us look, how it makes the senator look? Lazy, incompetent, cruel.
Hey, please don't make your comments, please.
We need to get in line. We do not win this November without immigration chaos. That is why we torpedoed Senator Langford's bipartisan immigration bill. If people aren't talking about how immigrants are eating all the fish from Finding Nemo, they might actually want to talk about our economic policy, which, can we dim the lights? Thank you.
No.
Thank you. So this is our plan to fight inflation. And the best part about it, it's whatever you want it to be. That's right. Once you start writing stuff down, it gets messy, it gets complicated. And it's hard. It's hard to fight inflation. Like, apparently, putting a tariff on all imported goods and having a national 22% sales tax makes prices go up. Who knew? Wouldn't it be better just to talk about how immigrants are stealing car tires to set them on fire because they want the air to be stinky? Look, we don't want to divide this community. We don't want to bring extra strife to this community or the Haitian community. The senator is open to making up a new conspiracy theory. Here, can we have the lights back up? Thank you. I'm going to need a country. I heard Guatemala.
Sir, you just direct your comments to me.
Oh, perfect. Verb, please.
Is this a bad? Please stop.
Yeah, bird
Please.
arson. Bird arson. Thank you. Got that.
Sir,
Listen,
are you done? Is
Our
there anything
only
else?
popular position is that being mad at immigrants for trying to use social services that we're trying to get rid of entirely. Our entire real platform is just about getting rid of overtime pay and labor unions, getting rid of the minimum wage, building submarines, invading Mexico. This is all real. We wrote this down. This is part of our platform. But hey, no taxes on tips. Am I right? And if you don't support us, the Guatemalans are going to come for your birds and they're going to set them on fire. I will now open the floor to questions.
Walter Madison, please sit down.
Thank
Walter
you.
Masterson.
I'm also here from the J.D. Vance campaign. We have prepared a statement. We mean no disrespect to the hardworking people of Haiti. Listen, it's simple. We love immigration. We just don't want illegal immigration. Now, the Haitian community has immigrated here legally, and we think that should be illegal. Ever since the Haitians have arrived, they've been dressing like prom every day. They're buying groceries from local businesses, and property values have skyrocketed. Oh, wait, they're going up? All right, so property values are going up because the Haitians are paying above market rent on time with money. Money that, they've earned from, taking black jobs, I guess. We're from the J.D. Vance campaign. That's our official motto. Medicare, welfare, food stamps, homeless services. These are all programs we've been trying to cut for decades. And now immigrants are using them to become functional tax-paying citizens. We believe in the American dream over at the J.D. Vance campaign. And in order to achieve that dream, we need to stop other people from that dream. America.
He's like a fuck pop, Leo.
Hey, would you please?
Say fuck you, man.
Okay, officer.
Okay. Freedom of speech. Don't touch me, man. Fuck you, Rob. Punk bitch.
My name is Amanda Richardson. I was born in Springfield and I've lived here most of my life. And I just wanted to say that I'm so angry about the changes in Springfield in recent. I can't believe these Haitian immigrants would come here and fill jobs that local Springfield residents would not or could not do. And now they've raised the average city wage for both Springfield and Clark County. They're paying income tax to the city that the city desperately needs for services like police and fire. They're making some of the local losers look bad by their example. It's unbelievable. The Haitian immigrants are working overtime to save up money to buy up all the dilapidated, condemned, and boarded up homes in Springfield, then fixing those houses up to make them livable again. This is raising property values across the city and county to the point where the valuation of all real estate in the city surpassed $1 billion last year for the first time ever. This in turn increases the property taxes paid to Clark County for those homes that are now no longer boarded up nuisances. How awful. I can't believe they're helping to fund our government and beautify our neighborhoods. These Haitian immigrants are now spending money in our community to where new restaurants and retail spaces keep opening up across the city. And not just businesses run by Haitian. What absolute madness. Now we have new businesses in town generating more tax revenue for our city and county? I have a good paying job with great benefits. I don't need SNAP or TAMP, but because I have main character syndrome and the entire world should revolve around me, I want the exorbitant benefits that some of these Haitian immigrants get, which is $292 for SNAP, AKA food stamps, and $363 in cash per month for a single adult. Everyone knows that $655 per month lets you live like a millionaire in Springfield. I don't need it, but I want it before anyone else, because why should we help folks who have legally come to our country, but they have to wait for their work permit so they don't starve? Feeding the hungry in our community? This is lunacy. As the senator from the great state of Ohio, J.D. Vance, said back in 2021, childless cat ladies are ruining America. As a childless cat lady, I take my duty to ruin America very seriously. I do this by simply choosing to live my life differently than J.D. Vance's personal religious beliefs would dictate me to do. Mayor Rue, Commissioners Estrop, Brown, Houston, and Tackett, I hope you sit up there and think about what you've done. Because of your support of the Haitian community and the rest of Springfield and Clark County, how am I supposed to ruin America if I can't even ruin Springfield first? I am so disappointed in you. Thank you.
The problems going on in our city today and as the last 4 years, I'm getting tired of people portraying white people as being racist and told that we hate black people. One thing right now, they're trying to misconstrue things here, and the Haitian people are trying to act like they're African Americans that have been here and born and raised here. They're trying to portray themselves as a black American. They're not black Americans. And I want to know why are these people being coddled and giving us beautiful life, a life better than I live, off my tax dollars? What's going on with that? And there's a couple of things, a couple of rumors I want to know about Haitians buying guns. Why do they need guns? What are they scared of? Man, they getting the red carpet treatment, man. We are second-class citizens. The citizens that were born here, we become second class to a bunch of people that don't even belong here. A bunch of chaos has come to our city because of the immigrant situation. We took on a problem from a third world country that is not our problem. Why don't these people go home and fight for their own countries they seem so proud of? And then they want to turn around and start hating on us and calling us racist? There's something really wrong with that picture.
Every time a citizen got up here and had a concern, oh no, pushback, that's racist, that's xenophobic, when in fact you weren't listening to what was said underneath. We didn't have to come to this point. We didn't have to come to this circus. But yet, the city commission and someone decided that race needed to be the issue. I cite 2 documents by the city, which state specifically, one of them from the CCHD, on a slide that they presented, the challenges in Springfield, and they cite 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course at the bottom, racism. In black and white. That's what you thought of us and our concerns. The City of Springfield Immigration Facts on Facebook. Very nice document until you get to the bottom. What are the challenges we face as a community? Same language as this, and it says the challenges are intolerance and racism. You never gave us an opportunity to come to the table. The only opportunity we had was to participate in a discussion on racism and discrimination by the NAACP. I was there. I went to the second one. I had ideas. And how was I treated, Mayor Rue? I was verbally assaulted. I want my 4 weeks back. I had great ideas. The one woman before me had the same ideas as I did. She presented the same thing. She was not treated the way I was. Do you know why she wasn't treated the way I was? It was the color of our skin.
I gotta say right off the bat, I'm sorry I didn't wear my Trump shirt tonight. There's 2 things I want to talk about. Number 1, I am sick and tired of being called racist and hateful. And just because I am not for this influx of 20,000 people at one time does not make me hater or all the other names that you call me. I do not appreciate. You talk about us being haters and things. What are you doing to us?
When reports of Haitians eating pets first went viral on social media, that's when I thought, yes, it is important to get your news from actual sources. Take a look at this Haitian group in Ohio filing criminal complaint charges against Trump and J.D. Vance for spreading false information. I found the story thanks to Ground News. Ground News is a website and app that gathers reporting from 50,000 outlets around the world so you can become a smarter news consumer. Discover sources and stories you would otherwise truly miss. Stay informed, please. Check it out for yourself, ground.news/Walter. Looking at Ground News, we can see there are over 150 media outlets reporting on this story. We can see the sources covering this story, along with a breakdown of the political leanings of the outlets. Just over 40% of the coverage is coming from left-leaning sources and 20% coming from right-leaning sources. 60% of the reporting is highly factual. We can compare headlines to see what each side is saying. If we look at the ones on the left, we can see that those filing the complaint wants the judge to issue arrest warrants, whereas the headline on the right wants to tie the Haitians to George Soros. Some of the more fact-based right-wing media outlets shy away from the conspiracies and focus on the economics and make it seem as if the city's being run dry because of the immigrants. The left-leaning ones will show you that this city was under population decline. They're populating the city. They're doing great things. I also found very similar stories on Springfield, Ohio, on Ground News. Seeing these stories helps me know that I'm getting the full context. Now, I went to Springfield. I have a full context. Not all of you watching are going to be able to fly to Springfield, so you can use Ground News. My favorite feature is the blind spot feed. It's stories that are only covered by the right, only covered by the left. I've found reading that during this election cycle illuminating. If you're excited about in-depth news analysis and are ready to streamline how you read the news, go to ground.news/Walter. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. Using my link gets you 40% off the Vantage plan, the same plan I use for unlimited access to all their features.
Because you know what? I don't fear our migrant and our immigrant people. I fear members of this community who have allowed themselves to be ruled by their anxiety and dragged into a BS moral panic. That's what I fear. I fear the doors that you have opened. We have Proud Boys and Klan and white supremacists marching in our streets and planning to do more. Like, do you understand this? I fear for the families and children I serve as a mental health therapist. I feel for my refugee and immigrant families and kids who have done nothing except escape and try to find safety. More than that, I fear for the Black children that I work with, because as we know, bigots and racists don't really do due diligence, and God forbid something happened to them because they're on the wrong side of town and they look wrong. Like, period.
Hey, please, I'm going to have to ask you to leave if you disrupt.
I've spent the last 2 weeks in every single session I have with every child in fear, not fear of migrants, not fear of immigrants, fear of the hate that is spewing out of the adults in this community's mouths. If one of our community members is hurt or killed or a riot happens or a community is attacked, then those who spread hate and unsubstantiated lies need to understand, because of the stain on your soul, your morals, and your humanity is why it happened. People who amplify and echo blood libel will have blood on their hands. And you don't get to pretend innocence when you have Nazis and white supremacists backing your play and marching with you. Because it doesn't stop with the chosen scapegoat. Hate movements always find an enemy. Having a Republican after your name on your ballot isn't going to save you when they need a new target.
My name is Charlie, the Fence Man, and I just want to say that some of these people that treat people bad, that's why things ain't going right for them. No one is perfect, not me, not you, not them. If you want to live a peaceful life, accept yourself for who you are and respect others as they are. And this is for my Haitian friend. Don't let anybody's ignorance, hate, drama, or negativity stop you from being the best person you can be. Some people are wanting to see you fail. Some people are waiting to see you quit. Let them wait forever. The best thing you learn from the worst time of your life is that you get to see the true color of everybody. And the last thing I want people to think about is, what is truly the definition of coffee? It's not a bean that you roast and pour in a cup. What it is Christ offers forgiveness for everyone, everywhere. And I appreciate you, and I want to compliment y'all. You're doing a good job, regardless what somebody else say. But we all got to remember, we can't never please everybody.
Thank you so much. Josh Brewer.
My name's Josh Brewer. Disabled vet, lived here all my life. Tired of the name migrant. They're here. The Haitian population's here. They're not going anywhere. I blame Springfield. I don't blame you guys. I remember when we used to help each other out. You needed help, I helped you. I got some people who work with me, work for me. I'd give them my... You guys got me so mad. They're here. They are part of our population. Reach out, help them. You see something wrong, fix it. They're not. Be Springfield and fix them.
Many of our children are messed up with their schooling, talking about a bomb threat. Y'all don't know how serious this is, Rob, about our children. I don't know how many of y'all got kids up there, but think about our kids being threatened with bomb threats, okay? I would like to know an answer today, tonight, tomorrow, next year, or however you want to do it. What are we going to do? You got so many kids who are getting counseling now for the bomb threats. Something we never had in Springfield. And like somebody said, the school do need some kind of thing when people come into the school to check out everything and check out our children. Don't wait till something happened and say, well, we was unaware of it, we didn't know nothing about it. Half of these kids don't want to go to school. One of y'all was on TV talk, or the superintendent was talking about, your parents need to bring your kids back to school. Why? They've been threatened. If they've been threatened, we've been threatened. And something needs to be done about it. Don't wait till something happens and then, oh, we need to do something about it now.
While our community had been dealing with many needs, the reality is that these newcomers have filled workforce needs. Many are highly educated and skilled and talented people, and they have reversed the downward population spiral of our city and county. There are growing pains. That is undeniable.
Facing our country today is what has been defined as a culture war, but it's not. What it is it is a war between a variety of factions that have each tried to find meaning in a world that is spiraling out of control. And unfortunately, that meaning appears to be bigotry for many. Not just bigotry, complicitness with bigotry, justifications of bigotry. It is mind-blowing to me that a group like the Haitian immigrants in this community have to appeal to patriotism, that they have to invoke their military service, that we have to make up justifications about how they're good workers for them to be treated with baseline humanity. It is mind-blowing to me that that is required of us. Not of us, of them. Sorry, of them, that is required of them. I'm not making demands of the commission because I know your powers are limited. I know that this has become a platform for so much more than just our community. So this is a message not just to you, but to the powers that be for the state and God damn it, the country. And we cannot just say we disavow fascism. We have to take action. We have to stand with, and we have to stand against.
He said something about Indian and Spanish and Haitians and all that. Well, we're business owners and we're proud and we're Americans. We're here. We're here to stay. We're not visitors. Stop calling us that. Mark Sanders is who I wanted to talk to you about, Rob Rue. Do you see what you've created, sir? I'm talking to Mark Sanders via Rob Rue. I just see some telekinetic ventriloquism. I thought I did from the 3 hillbilly puppets that J.D. Vance sent up here. But I looked from afar, and I did see a hand up his rectum, so we're going to leave that at that. You guys are worried about towing cars and driving violations. Are you freaking kidding me? Please, stop it. Go buy a tow truck. Open a driving school if that's your main concern. What I'm worried about is the kids of Springfield, Ohio. Again, no youth-based initiatives, Miss Brown, Miss Tackett, Mr. Heck, Mr. Rue, not Miss Rue, Miss Jeffers and Miss Allen. No youth-based initiatives at all. We got to get them flowing. You told me you was going to connect me with somebody. I just got an email yesterday, Miss Tackett. It's in the mix. That's the real problem. The Haitians are going to be okay. Trust me. They work. They take care of their family. They're going to be all right. The homeless, they've been homeless. They're going to be okay. If not, then go get a damn job. If they're disabled, we got programs set up in place for that. Veterans Affairs, they'll take care of them. The real underlying issue in Springfield, Ohio is the youth. They're lost. How many shootings we have since Saturday, Miss Brown or Mr. Root? Do you know?
We'll have that answer later.
Okay, there's 3 that I know of. A block away, Buckeye Club, somebody shot in the neck. Pow, close range. Another young kid shot today, this morning, 11:30 a.m., Springfield, Ohio. That's the real issue. That's what we need to be up here griping about. You guys are griping about the wrong stuff, man. I want to cuss so bad, but I'm refraining. Apology is needed from Mark Sanders for creating Stop the Influx page. You see what you created, sir? All of this cartoon stuff, man, you created. When he said he brought something to you guys in March, no, he created that page in March. That's what he did. He created the Stop the Influx page on Facebook in March. That's spewing all the rhetoric and hate and racism. Yes, I'm calling it racism because it is what it is. If you're a bigot, you're a bigot. Some folks can't drive. Some folks can't run. Well, I can't whistle. So what? Nobody's perfect. Learn to accept people. Temp services I don't know if you guys know how temp services work, but they don't get a percentage of the pay. They charge the company a fee, and the employee still retains all their wages.
Thank you for your comments.
Community
Thank
gentrification
you.
is what it is.
Christopher Anderson, thank you.
I'm with the Springfield Foundation, and we are a community funder. And over the past several weeks, we've been receiving donations from all over the country. I mean, we got a call yesterday from Kansas, got a donation from France, not only to support, the issues that's being faced with the immigration, but also being faced within our community as a whole. So I just wanted to come up here and highlight some of the positive things that's happening here, because there are several positive things, and I think that we need to do more of that. So. Another thing I wanted to address is another thing I wanted to address is that we do take donations at our foundation, but unfortunately, when things like this happen, scams do come about. So I want to get up here and let you know that the SpringfieldFoundation.org is a site that you can go to donate, and go to the donate button on our page if you want to support some of the efforts that's going on here in Springfield. And with that, we will distribute the funds accordingly to make sure that the community as a whole is being taken care of.
So there you have it, Springfield, Ohio. Raging hellhole or totally normal place that J.D. Vance is trying to ruin with garbage conspiracy theories. You decide.